What if you never slept again? Not today, not tomorrow, never. Just imagine that for a second. You no longer lose a third of your life, no nights, no tired mornings, no just 5 more minutes, just pure uninterrupted time. Sounds like a superpower, right? More hours to work, more time to play, more life. But here's what no one tells you. Sleep is not a pause. Sleep is maintenance for your brain. And if you turn it off, your system starts to break. The first 24 hours without sleep, honestly, you still feel okay. A little tired, a little slower, a little more irritable. But overall, you're functioning. You drink coffee, you move around, you tell yourself, I got this. But here's the problem. The damage has already started. You just don't notice it yet. Your focus drops. Tasks that used to take 5 minutes now take 15. You read something and realize you don't remember a single word. Your reaction time slows down. Studies show that after 24 hours without sleep, your reaction time is as bad as someone who's drunk. So basically, you're acting like you're drunk. But that's not even the worst part. The worst part is you think you're fine. This is called the illusion of control. Your brain is already performing worse, but it can't judge itself properly. Imagine you're driving and your brakes don't work, but you don't know it. That's your brain right now. You start making small mistakes, wrong words, weird decisions, forgetting things. You walk into a room and forget why you're there. You pick up your phone and don't remember what you wanted to do. It's funny until it's not. Now, 36 hours without sleep. This is where things get serious. Your brain can't keep up anymore, so it starts cheating. Microsleeps, these are tiny shutdowns. 1, 2, sometimes 5 seconds. And the scariest part, you don't even notice. Your eyes can be open. You can be sitting, standing, even moving, but your brain is off. Think about that. You're looking at a screen and suddenly a gap. You come back and have no idea what just happened. It's like a video glitch, except it's your reality. And here's the dangerous part. If this happens while you're crossing the street or driving, you're not in control at all. And this causes thousands of accidents every year. Even if you're safe, your brain is already losing control. Your thinking becomes fragmented. Your thoughts break. Logic falls apart. You start forming weird sentences. Sometimes you can't even finish a thought. Your emotions change too. You become more impulsive, more irritable, less stable. A small problem feels like a disaster and real danger. You might not even notice it because your brain can't filter reality anymore. And this is just the beginning, because next, reality starts to break. 48 hours without sleep, this is where your brain stops separating reality from imagination. At first, it's small things. You see something in the corner of your eye, a shadow, something moves. You turn around, nothing's there. You think, whatever, and move on. But then it happens again. And this time, you're not so sure, because now your brain is creating things, and it doesn't feel fake. It feels completely real. You might see insects crawling on the walls, or silhouettes of people that disappear when you look directly. And the scariest part, you don't immediately realize it's not real, because your brain is the tool you use to check reality. And now that tool is broken, then it gets worse. You start hearing things, footsteps, whispers, someone calling your name, but no one is there. And you get this strange feeling, you know something is wrong, but you can't explain what. It's like reality is shifted. Like you're here, but not fully. This is where your brain starts mixing sleep and reality. Because it's so exhausted, It can't keep them separate anymore. Normally, hallucinations happen in dreams. But now, dreams leak into reality. You literally start dreaming while awake. And this is only day 2 or 3. Now let's talk about emotions, because they break too. Normally, your brain regulates emotions. There's a part called the prefrontal cortex. It's like a controller. It tells you, calm down, it's not that bad. Don't overreact. But without sleep, it shuts down. And another part takes over, the amygdala, your fear center, and it becomes overactive, way more active, which means you react to everything much stronger than you should. Small problem leads to huge reaction. Someone says something wrong leads to you get way more angry than usual. Something goes off plan, you feel anxiety or panic, you become emotionally unstable, and it gets worse. You lose control over your reactions. You might laugh for no reason, then suddenly go silent, then feel fear, all within minutes, like your brain is switching channels without your permission. Now imagine trying to talk to people like this. You say weird things, react in strange ways, and don't even realize it. Socially, you start falling apart. And now, memory. This is where things get really bad. You can't hold information anymore. Someone tells you something, 10 seconds later, it's gone. You start speaking and forget what you were saying mid-sentence. Here's the key point. During sleep, your brain moves information from short-term to long-term memory. Without sleep, that process stops. You literally stop learning. Everything just disappears, like it never happened. Imagine reading a book, and every page feels new. You don't remember the last one. That doesn't just feel annoying, it destroys your ability to think, because thinking is connections. And without memory, there are no connections. Your thinking becomes chaotic, fragmented, illogical, and this is where people start doing truly dangerous things, because they think they're still in control, but they're not. And this is just the beginning. Because next, your body starts breaking too. But here's what most people don't understand. The problem isn't just that you're not sleeping. The problem is your brain is no longer cleaning itself. Yes, cleaning. While you're awake, waste builds up in your brain. Toxic proteins, byproducts of neural activity. And there's a system almost no one talks about. It's called the glymphatic system. Its job is simple: clean the brain. But there's one problem. It works almost only during sleep. When you sleep, the space between brain cells expands. Fluid starts flowing through, washing away toxins. Think of it like a city at night. When everyone sleeps, cleaning crews come out and remove the garbage. Now imagine that cleanup never happens. Trash builds up day after day until the city can't function anymore. That's your brain without sleep. One of the most dangerous wastes is beta amyloid, a protein linked to Alzheimer's disease. And the studies show after just one night without sleep, its levels increase one night. Now imagine what happens after several. You're literally accelerating your brain's aging. But that's not all. There's another process, synapses. These are connections between neurons. During the day, you create thousands of them. You see things, you learn, you think. Connections build up. But if there are too many, the system overloads. So during sleep, your brain trims them, keeps what matters, removes the noise, like cleaning junk files from a computer. Without this process, your brain gets overwhelmed. More noise than signal. Thinking becomes slower, blurry. You feel like you're thinking, but you can't reach a conclusion. Now let's talk about your body. Because while your brain breaks, your body follows, your immune system. After just one night without sleep, immune activity drops. After a few days, you become much more vulnerable to infections. Your body literally loses its ability to defend itself. You become an easy target. Now, hormones. This is where chaos begins. Cortisol, your stress hormone, goes up. Your body thinks you're in danger all the time. No breaks, and melatonin, your sleep hormone, drops. Creating a paradox, you want to sleep, but you can't. Now appetite, two hormones, ghrelin, hunger, leptin, fullness. Without sleep, ghrelin goes up, leptin goes down, which means you're constantly hungry, especially for sugar, fat, junk food. Your body literally pushes you toward bad decisions. And one more thing, lack of sleep affects blood sugar. Even in healthy people, your body starts acting like it's pre-diabetic after just a few nights. Now your heart rate becomes unstable. Blood pressure rises, risk of heart problems increases. So you're not just tired, you're slowly breaking your entire physiology. Now connect everything. Your brain isn't cleaning itself, memory isn't working, emotions are unstable, your immune system drops, hormones are broken. This isn't, I'm just tired. This is a system failure. And the worst part, it keeps getting worse because there's a point where there's almost no way back. And now we reach the darkest part of this story. This is not theory. This is real. There's a rare disease that shows exactly what happens when a human completely loses the ability to sleep. It's called fatal familial insomnia. And it's one of the most terrifying diseases in the world. It affects the part of the brain responsible for sleep. And slowly, a person just stops sleeping. At first, it looks like normal insomnia. You struggle to fall asleep. You wake up often. But over time, sleep disappears completely. Here's what happens next. Stage 1, extreme anxiety. The person can't relax. Constant tension, like something is wrong. Stage 2, hallucinations. The same ones we talked about earlier, but now they're constant. You see things that aren't there, hear voices, lose grip on reality. Stage 3, total loss of control. Movement breaks down, speech becomes unclear, thinking collapses. And the scariest part, it can't be stopped. There's no cure, no way to catch up on the sleep, because the sleep system itself is broken, and in the end, the person dies from lack of sleep, slowly. This can take months, and during all that time, the brain just shuts down. Now think about that. Your body depends on sleep so much that without it, you die. Not from hunger, not from thirst, from sleep loss. And that tells us something important. Sleep is not optional. It's not if you have time. It's a foundation. Without it, everything falls apart. Now let's bring it back to you. You're probably not planning to stay awake for days straight, but you are cutting your sleep, going to bed later, waking up earlier, telling yourself it's fine. But your brain disagrees. Every night, without enough sleep is a small hit, not immediately noticeable, but cumulative. And over time, you start feeling it. Less energy, worse focus, more stress. You think it's just being tired. But really, your brain is asking for help. And here's the ironic part. There is a solution, and it's incredibly simple. Sleep. Not pills, not hacks, just sleep. Regular, quality, enough. Because while you sleep, your brain restores you. And while you don't, you slowly destroy yourself. So, what if you never slept again? You wouldn't become more productive. You wouldn't gain more life. You would lose reality, lose control, and eventually lose yourself. Sleep is not weakness. It's one of the smartest things you can do for your brain. And maybe after this video, the best thing you can do is just go and sleep.